Thank you for coming. I'm Jinjin Mo from China as a filmmaker. Today we want to discuss about the sparking global change through the storytelling. So let's start with the video storytelling in China. I want to start with a clip from a 2015 documentary called Under the Dome. It's a documentary which focuses on the air pollution in China. So it's an online release because it's very difficult for documentaries to be released in China's theater. So that's the only one way for her to release this movie. So let's image what's the impact of this documentary. Within the first 48 hours, the video playback amount was 200 million times. And then a large number of those audience, they expressed their great support for this documentary. And more than 80% viewers, they concerned about the air pollution in China. And 70% viewers, they changed their mind about the air pollution. Maybe before that, they never realized that it should be such a big deal. And over 75% viewers, they wanted to restrict the car and take public transportation. And some viewers, they begin to give up some comments online and say it should be someone or some government departments, they should take responsible for it. So what's going on next? The fifth stage, this video, and all the articles were deleted. So that means in China, we cannot see it now. So the video, I got it from the YouTube, but in China, we cannot use YouTube. So I think the Chinese government, they cannot delete it in America. Why I want to mention this case? Because I want to point out three important things. First, from the playback amount, we can see the audience is very huge, and the video market in China is already very huge and mature. The second thing is we can see the social impacts from video storytelling. And the third thing is unfortunately, we are not only facing the news censorship, but we are also facing the filmmaking censorship in China. There are something is improving. First one is the online video users. Another trend is the short video application users is increasing, such as the TikTok. This one is the most popular one in America last year, and it's from China. In China, we call it Douyin. It's such kind of application. You can upload whatever videos you want. So everyone can be the producer. And the time limited, most of the time is less than 90 seconds. And the third trend is about the Chinese box office. We became the second place last year, and we reached almost $9 billion US. And the first place is still the North American. We can see that during the past 14 years, the North American share is falling down, and the China's is increasing very fast. So what's the challenges we are facing in China? First, it's the film censorship. The second one is the shortage of realistic movies. And the third one is it's very difficult for documentaries to get released in the theater. And the obsession with superstars. Because most of the filmmaking production companies, they prefer to pick up the superstars, the singers, to be the actors in the movie. Because they think we can earn much more money from their fans. And last but not least is the excessive entertainment of the short video. So move on to another part is how to impact China with better video stories. First, we should try our best to find the balance between the real and fiction. Because we need much more movies based on real life events. It's not only for documentaries, but also for the fiction movies. Because in China, we are undergoing a lot of great changes, and a lot of social conflicts is emerging. But sometimes it's very difficult for us to do it in the news. Let's look at this poster. It's from a Chinese documentary. It's called Plastic China. And it got the 2 years ago Special Mention Award in Sundance Film Festival. So this is about the plastic waste program in China. And this girl is only 11 years old. She cannot go to school because her family is very poor. And this is the most important movie last year in China. It's called Dying to Survive. And it's a story about some cancer patients in China. This is the real character, Lu You. So let's look at the impact of this movie. After 1 week, this movie is released. Our Chinese premier, Li Keqiang, he made some requirements. He required the reality departments, they should law the cancer drugs and extend it into the public medical insurance system. Almost 6 months after this movie, there's a big news. 70 kinds of price-cutting anti-cancer drugs that are officially included into the public medical insurance catalog. So why I mention this case is not only want to show off how successful it is I want to say is how important such kind of movie it is. The big data became to involve in the video production. So that means maybe before, as a filmmaker, you are focused on what you want to say. But now, maybe you have to pay attention to what audience they want to listen. So based on such kind of big data, you can analyze the story elements from some successful movies. And you can analyze what's the hot topics. Maybe you can from the news reporting. You can analyze the audience favorites, playback, pauses. From the online video, it's very easy for you to get such data. In 2017, China built its first VR theater. So what's the advantages of these movies? The first 2 points is very important for documentary productions. Because when we are producing documentaries, we are always saying, oh, we're telling real stories, we want you engage much more, we want you feel much more. Now we have VR documentaries. That means you can immerse yourself much more into this story. You can feel much more. And the third one is the interactive. I feel everyone wants to interact with the stories. They don't want to just stand by in the chair now. And the last one is the impactful. Last but not least, everyone becomes storyteller now. If you have a mobile phone, you can download such kind of application. You can make what kind of videos as you like. You can be director, you can be producer, you can whatever you want. So maybe you are wondering what the TikTok looks like. Let me show you some examples. So that's the ordinary video format of this application. In the beginning, it's just used for the music. But later, the audience explore much more possibilities by ourselves. It's a lot of amazing moments always happen around us. We can share, but if we just talk, they cannot imagine. I want to emphasize the last one. This is very special. It's made by the policeman station. It's unbelievable for me to imagine the Chinese policeman. They will do this because they are so straight, they are so far away from me. But they made this movie, and this clip is very popular in China. So the purpose of this video is the Chengdu police. They want to remind you, take care of your property. Now it's not only Chinese government using this application, but also some newsroom, they are beginning to use this one because just as I say, the future is young people. So the storytelling ways is changing in China a lot. Even though the technology and the media format is changing very fast, but I always believe that only the good content can win. So with the good content, we can reach much more audience. When we reach much more audience, we can get much more impact. Yes, thank you.